ICICI Bank numbers have come out. I just have the initial set of numbers, but prima facie gross NPAs have remained flat. That's not going to make markets very happy. I mean, if indeed we are in verge of an economic recovery, markets should have seen an uptick there, or downtick rather in gross NPA. Net NPA is now nearing 5%. And 5% for ICICI Bank is more like a scary number. And the reason why I think it's a scary number is because 5%, when you've taken a lot of write-offs for the quarter gone by, along with, there is this flip which they would have got because of uptick in the steel sector and other sector, it's not a very impressive number. PAT, now net interest income for the quarter gone by stands at 5,404, which is actually in line with the 18-hour poll. So prima facie, if I have to look at the PAT is okay. Gross NPAs flat, but net NPAs are now nearing 5%. So that in a sense is not a very impressive number. We need to understand whether this is on account of JP Associates or any specific power accounts, but this is not what you were hoping to hear from ICICI Bank when the peer banks like an HDFC Bank, IndusInd Bank, even for that matter Axis Bank, they have not come out with such big numbers on their NPA account. So this is the NPA number which in a sense could be a bother per se, at least for ICICI Bank and the stock performance tomorrow. Having said that, ICICI Bank has been a ranked underperformer in the entire private banking space. ICICI Bank has massively underperformed HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank and IndusInd Bank. So these numbers may not have a large collateral damage on the stock because the ownership there has not been very large. But yes, the NPA picture is not that impressive. And there you see there is a huge uptick. So 3% NPA has now almost gone to 5%. So 3 becoming 5 is a clear indication that despite whatever is happening in the industry, they've not been able to control their NPAs.
On the slippages number, in fact, the slippages has come down sharply during this quarter. Slippages now stand at 5,378 crore. That's 5,378 versus a 7,000 odd crore. So, yes, happy to know that the slippages are down during this quarter. Not just that, we're also seeing the restructured assets down during this quarter to 4,265 crore versus 6,407 crore. So, I would say the fine print or of the entire asset quality seems to be fairly nice, and this is good news. In fact, management has also stated in their press release that the bank has classified the account as NPA as per the bank application of the relevant RBI guidelines, and it is entailing that in terms of the cement account, they're stating that addition to NPA in this quarter, excluding the cement account, was 5,900 odd crore compared to 7,000 odd crore. So if we in fact exclude the entire cement account, your slippages would be 5,911 crore versus 7,000 crore. This again is good news. The bank is they are also stating that the bank expects part of the loan to be upgraded on conclusion of the transaction. So they are referring to the JP account. They are expecting the conclusion to the transaction coming in there, and as and when that happens, this account would be in fact get upgraded, which is again good news. So good news on that front as well. In terms of further details on the loan growth side, we're seeing good growth. In fact, 14% is the growth in terms of domestic advances. The retail portfolio has grown strongly at 19%. The retail book now forms nearly 52% of the loan book. That's good news again. The CASA ratio again has picked up substantially at 50% versus 49.5 odd percent. So it seems that it's not so much of, despite the note ban impact, the CASA ratio has improved. We're also seeing the deposit growth growing just about 5 odd percent. So I would say in terms of the fine print and in terms of the asset quality, it's fairly good picture, and good picture even in terms of the loan book growth as well.